second largest and most untouched mountain system in Europe, a land that shelters over 1/3 of the continent's brown bear population. When the moon rises, the haunting calls of Eurasian wolves echo like ancient chants drifting through old monasteries. The Carpathian Mountains. This is home to red deer, roe deer, and thousands of native plant species. Before venturing deep into the enchanted forests of Eastern Europe, let us know where you're from in the comments below. It's a pleasure to connect with you. Now, let's head into the woods and discover. Carpathian predators. How apex hunters thrive in silence. Through the thick veil of fog, the massive brown bear moves quietly, tracing the final lingering marks of autumn. Against the snowy backdrop, Eurasian wolves stay close on the lonely trail left by red deer, missing nothing that stirs. When the white wings of the white stork appear from the south, spring has come once more. The giant awakens, hunger in its belly, instinct guiding its path. Summer arrives, and the Eurasian lynx hides beneath the leafy canopy, eyes locked in tense focus on a roe deer weaving through the tall grass. The Carpathians never stand still. But here, where life never truly sleeps, every change is a chance to begin again. At the point where the map of Europe begins to curve along the shape of Central and Eastern Europe, a mountain range stretches like a green ribbon, draped across 8 countries. The Carpathian Mountains, nearly 1,500 kilometers long and covering more than 190,000 square kilometers, are a land of layered life and a geological history shaped over millions of years. Starting from the eastern regions of Austria, the range winds through the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Poland, Ukraine, Romania, and Hungary, reaching Serbia, where the Danube River closes the journey with the rocky rhythm of the Iron Gate Gorge. Beneath the surface, the Carpathians hold a geological tale that began in the Mesozoic and continued through the Cenozoic era. During this time, the tectonic plates of ALC, APA, Tisa, and Dacia collided and overlapped, forming a complex fold structure. Layer upon layer of flysch-type sedimentary rocks were uplifted into mountain ranges, interspersed with plutonic granite masses at the core. The geological tremors still linger, quietly pulsing through the rock crevices, a silent reminder that the formation of the Carpathians is a story still unfolding. The climate of the Carpathians shifts with elevation, bringing abundant rainfall, ranging from 800 to over 2,000 millimeters each year, and thick blankets of snow that cover the high peaks throughout the winter. Summer is gentler, with cool breezes gliding over alpine meadows, creating a harmonious contrast. The landscape transforms with altitude like layers of woven ecological fabric. Broadleaf forests give way to ancient coniferous woods, which gradually transition into low shrubs and cold-hardy vegetation. The Carpathian Mountains ecosystem is also home to over 4,000 species of wildlife, including more than 100 mammal species, 350 bird species, and 50 species of reptiles and amphibians, and over 100 species of freshwater fish. As autumn begins to weave its way into the Carpathians, the region shifts in its own distinct rhythm. The air turns cool and crisp, humidity rises and rainfall becomes more frequent, averaging between 50 and 90 millimeters per month. The higher you go, the more the temperature drops, creating clear ecological layers from dense coniferous forests to Krummholz shrub zones and alpine meadows. Autumn marks a transitional phase in the ecosystem as life prepares for the approaching winter. Plant growth slows and animals begin storing energy. As the dense coniferous forests of the Carpathians begin to shed their first leaves, autumn gently slips through the foliage, leaving behind a cool, damp breath on decaying trunks and moss-covered ground. In that quiet atmosphere, a silent journey begins, the journey of survival for the brown bear, the great symbol of the Carpathian Mountains. Unlike predators that stay busy chasing prey each day, brown bears enter a phase of accumulation during this time, a full-scale energy campaign in which their own bodies become living storage units. An adult bear can consume the equivalent of 20,000 to 30,000 kilocalories each day. Bilberry bushes, tree roots, forest chestnuts, leftover animal remains, nothing is wasted. But for the most part, they are seekers, not hurried, not wasteful. With a sense of smell over 2,000 times sharper than a human's, the brown bear can detect food from kilometers away, even sniffing out wild beehives hidden deep within the forest canopy. On the surface, everything seems slow. But inside, their bodies are entering a finely tuned biological preparation. Their layer of fat thickens day by day, becoming a vital energy reserve for the freezing months ahead. As the weather sharply cools in late November, the bear finds a den, perhaps a hollow tree, a rocky crevice, or a dugout shelter, where it will enter a state known as torpor, often referred to as winter sleep. Using its claws, it clears away dead leaves, scrapes in dry soil, and drags in branches to line the floor as if preparing a cradle for a 100-day slumber. Once ready, the bear's body begins to transform quietly. Its heart, once beating powerfully at 80 beats per minute, now slows to fewer than 22. Unlike true hibernators, the brown bear doesn't lower its body temperature too drastically, but it doesn't eat, drink, or eliminate waste for 4 to 5 months. And yet it does not weaken. Its muscles do not waste away, its bones do not thin, its body endures, as if held steady by an invisible hand. And in that den, deep within a snow-covered winter forest, new life begins. If it is a pregnant female, she will give birth during that very sleep. No light, no sound, only warmth and maternal presence. Like the Christ child born in a humble manger, simple, sacred, and filled with hope, the bear cubs come into the world in silence, growing on their mother's milk amidst a world at rest. Beneath the ancient canopy of the Carpathian forest, where the rustling wind blends with the quiet footsteps of the brown bear, another resident is equally immersed in the rhythms of daily survival. In the Carpathian conifer woods at the onset of autumn, the chamois, Europe's mountain climbing master, moves silently, entering a phase of preparation for the harsh winter ahead. Estimates in 2024 suggest that the Carpathian population numbers around 9,000 to 11,000 individuals, monitored through GPS tracking and camera traps in protected areas of Romania and Slovakia. A hoofed species adapted to high-altitude habitats ranging from 1,500 to 2,500 meters. The chamois has a compact, muscular body and uniquely designed hooves, with a hard outer rim and a soft inner pad that allow for strong grip and balance on rock. They can leap vertically up to 2 meters and cover distances of up to 6 meters in a single bound, moving effortlessly across snow and loose scree. In autumn, their coat darkens to a deep brown for warmth and camouflage, while the white markings on their face and rump help individuals recognize each other from afar. Their diet also shifts. Instead of summer flowers and grasses, they begin feeding on bark, lichens, mosses, and pine needles, and can even go without food for up to 2 weeks during harsh conditions. Chamois are active during the day, resting at midday in high, open spots. Females and young form herds of 15 to 30 individuals, while adult males tend to be solitary. During the mating season, which peaks from late November to early December, males rejoin the herd and compete using their long, curved horns, measuring 20 to 30 centimeters, that do not shed and continue growing for life. Their cardiovascular system and high red blood cell count make them perfectly suited for thin mountain air. At the slightest sound, the entire herd can dart away at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour, vanishing behind rocky cliffs. Whistling calls and foot stomps are typical warning signals within the herd. One of their natural predators is the Eurasian lynx, the third largest wild carnivore in Europe. The Eurasian lynx is far from the small wildcat one might imagine. It is the largest wild lynx species in the world and one of nature's top predators, yet it remains remarkably elusive. This feline is a direct descendant of ancient lynx species that originated in the cold forests of Eurasia, evolving into a solitary hunter with flawless ambush tactics. Today, this subspecies remains stable across the woodlands of Eastern Europe, Scandinavia, and Siberia. In the Carpathians, it stands as a symbol of ecological restoration. As of 2024, estimates by the IUCN Species Survival Commission Cat Specialist Group and research from Lynx Project Europe place the Carpathian population between 2,100 and 2,500 individuals, primarily found in Romania, Slovakia, Poland, and Western Ukraine. This is one of Europe's most stable and well-connected lynx populations, thanks to cross-border ecological corridors, high forest cover, rugged terrain, and limited human disturbance. Because of these conditions, the Carpathian Eurasian lynx plays a crucial role in preserving genetic diversity and aiding the recovery of other lynx populations across the continent. In autumn, the lynx's survival journey enters a unique phase. Though it is not the breeding season, this is a time when the lynx must maintain its strength and energy to prepare for the long winter ahead. Midday sunlight filters through the high canopy of the Carpathian forest, casting fractured beams across the forest floor like shards of a broken mirror. With its silver-gray coat flecked with brown, the Eurasian lynx has no need for darkness to stay hidden. Sunlight broken by branches becomes its ally, blending it seamlessly into the forest backdrop like a shadow among ancient trunks. Even in daylight, its amber eyes retain incredible power, designed to catch even the tiniest motion in the forest, whether it's a flicker of a hare's tail or the twitch of grass. Its ears stand tall, the signature tufts swaying gently in the breeze. Every rustle, every bird call, every faint stir on a branch, it hears it all. A subtle shift in dry leaves halts it mid-step. In the distance, an unsuspecting grazer nibbles quietly, unaware. The lynx lowers its body, gliding through shafts of light. Its long, muscular hind legs, built for explosive leaps, bring it silently closer to the mark. The gap narrows. The lynx bursts from the shadows like a living arrow. An explosion of speed, a decisive leap. Its body sails through a flurry of dry autumn leaves kicked up beneath its feet. In a flash, its jaws close around the prey's throat, finishing with a survival move shaped by thousands of years of evolution. Solitude makes the lynx nearly invisible. Each adult controls a vast territory. Males can range across 150 to 300 square kilometers, overlapping with the ranges of 1 to 3 females, but never with other males. They mark territory with urine, tree scratches, or deep-throated vocalizations. Rarely heard, but during mating season, their calls can echo across kilometers of forest. As a light mist settles over the still waters of forested lakes in the Carpathian Mountains, a flock of mute swans glides in elegant formation, their necks curved in graceful S-shapes, wings gently folded at their sides. Autumn has arrived, and for these magnificent swans, it marks the beginning of an epic migration, a rhythm of life closely tied to the shifting mountain weather. Mute swans are native to the Eurasian continent, known for their stately appearance, pristine white plumage, a vivid orange bill with a large black knob at the base, especially pronounced in males, called cobs. Weighing up to 14 kilograms, with some individuals recorded near 23 kilograms, they rank among the heaviest flying birds in the world. Yet their heft only magnifies the grandeur of their takeoffs, the thunderous flapping of wings rising like a prelude to spring. Mute swans primarily inhabit freshwater lakes, marshes, and slow-moving rivers on the forest edges. Their long, flexible necks allow them to reach deep into the lakebed, often tipping their bodies upside down to access submerged aquatic plants. With a daily intake of 1.8 to 3.6 kilograms of vegetation, they play a significant role in shaping underwater plant communities, for better or worse, especially when population density exceeds the natural ecological balance. Data from BirdLife International in 2025 records an estimated 500,000 to 600,000 mute swans globally, with 60,000 to 80,000 individuals in Central and Eastern Europe, including scattered populations in Poland, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. In the Carpathians, they inhabit the ecological buffer zones along the mountain edges, gathering in groups to rest, feed, and prepare for migration southward as waters begin to freeze in late November. Despite the name mute, these swans are far from silent. They produce a variety of sounds, snorts, hisses, and low growls. But their most distinctive sound comes from their wings. In flight, the whooshing of their powerful wing beats echoes like a flute's whistle, audible from hundreds of meters away, helping flock members stay connected while flying at night or through thick mountain fog. Mute swans are also known for their fiercely territorial behavior, chasing off other waterfowl and sometimes even kayaks or jet skis if they feel threatened. During breeding season, they often form lifelong pairs, a sign of strong social stability and deep parental investment. Their young, called cygnets, are covered in gray or light brown down and are closely guarded by their parents, sometimes even carried on their backs when tired or cold. In autumn, mute swans gather in flocks of 10 to 50 at large lakes with abundant food sources. Migration typically begins in late October as ice forms on the lakes and submerged plants become harder to reach. Depending on the year's climate, they may fly west or south to the lower Danube, the coastal lakes of the Adriatic, or even farther to the Middle East. In European culture, the mute swan stands as a symbol of love, loyalty, and timeless beauty. The tale of the ugly duckling is a perfect metaphor for the growth and emergence of this elegant bird. Amid the golden foliage of the Carpathian forest, the white swans take flight toward the south, carrying with them the classic image of pure nature and silently extending the pulse of life through each season of migration. Winter lays a thick blanket of snow and ice over the Carpathian montane conifer forests, with high elevation temperatures often ranging from -10 degrees Celsius to -20 degrees Celsius. Precipitation turns into snowfall, averaging around 30 to 60 millimeters per month, forming a continuous snow cover throughout the season. At elevations between 1,100 and 1,900 meters, spruce and fir forests are completely enveloped, while the Krummholz zones and alpine areas are nearly frozen solid. Under these frigid conditions, the ecosystem slows to a near standstill, focusing on conserving energy. The cold, moist soils, mainly spodossals, help regulate water flow, store carbon, and sustain nutrient networks beneath the ice. The altitudinal layers create isolated biological islands that preserve genetic diversity and maintain the adaptive capacity of this mountain ecosystem. The ancient beech forests of the Carpathians, spanning Slovakia, Ukraine, and Romania, are among the last remaining primeval woodlands in Europe and have been recognized as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site. In winter, the ancient beech forests of the Carpathians don a thick white coat of snow, draping the towering beech trees that have stood for centuries. In this harsh cold, the forest becomes a perfect refuge for creatures that know how to stay hidden and wait. In the heart of the Carpathian Mountains' bitter winter, as nature lies still beneath a thick blanket of snow, the Ural owl, one of Europe's largest owl species, begins its silent yet formidable hunt. Its gray-brown plumage with dark streaks blends perfectly into the snow-covered conifer forest. Deep black eyes, set in a silver-white face, give it an air of quiet majesty and mystery. With a wingspan reaching up to 134 centimeters and weighing nearly 1.3 kilograms, the Ural owl glides almost soundlessly through the forest, thanks to specialized feather structure. Its long, wedge-shaped tail aids in agile navigation through dense woods, while heavily feathered legs and feet act like natural snow boots, keeping it warm in temperatures as low as -20 degrees Celsius. Its greatest weapon is an extraordinary sense of hearing. It can pinpoint the movement of voles beneath 30 centimeters of snow, pairing this with sharp night vision to hunt prey such as voles, mice, shrews, and squirrels. When it catches larger prey, it often caches leftovers under the snow for later use. Unlike many birds that leave the mountains in winter, the Ural owl stays, inhabiting elevations from 250 to 1,900 meters in quiet, mature forests. They form lifelong pairs and maintain stable territories for years. Breeding begins in February, right in the thick of snow season. They nest in tree cavities or old black woodpecker nests, laying 2 to 4 eggs per clutch. During incubation, the male hunts while the female guards the nest, and will fiercely defend it, launching toward threats at speeds up to 40 kilometers per hour. In the ancient beech forests of the Carpathians, their haunting hoo-hoo-hoo echoes like a midnight bell, the voice of a silent forest guardian. Ecologically vital, Ural owls help regulate rodent populations, playing a role in preventing disease spread. Despite the cold and challenges, the Ural owl endures. a quiet emblem of resilience in the heart of winter. In the icy depths of winter in the Carpathian Mountains, where nature falls silent beneath a heavy snow blanket, the Ural owl may reign in the shadows, but it is not the top predator of this frozen realm. That title belongs to the Eurasian wolf. Unlike creatures that huddle and conserve energy during the cold season, the Eurasian wolf pack thrives. Winter is not a time of retreat. It is when they reach their peak in both organizational strength and survival prowess. With evolutionary roots stretching back more than 400,000 years, they have been forged into one of the most efficient predators in temperate forest ecosystems. They do not move alone. A wolf pack travels as a single unit, coordinated in every stride, every gesture, as if guided by an ancient instinctive rhythm written into their very bones. A typical Carpathian pack consists of 6 to 7 individuals, sometimes more if food is plentiful. Their social structure is remarkably tight. Only the alpha pair breeds, while the others defend territory, care for pups, and coordinate hunts. This order is maintained through body language, vocal signals, and an unshakable respect for hierarchy. Such discipline minimizes internal conflict and sustains collective strength, forming a solid foundation for survival amid harsh winters. Winter winds lash across the snow-covered steppe. A herd of European bison moves slowly through the deep snow. Hidden behind snowdrifts, a pack of Eurasian wolves creeps forward. Their thick coats, mottled gray and brown, blending almost perfectly with the landscape. Upright ears catch every sound, every breath suspended in the freezing air. The lead wolf, nearly 70 kilograms, with a deep chest and long lean legs, signals with a movement so subtle it's almost invisible. At once, the pack fans out, forming a wide arc stretching dozens of meters. A sudden burst triggers chaos in the bison herd. As a calf falls behind, a second group of wolves charges in, cutting it off and driving it into a patch of deep snow. The more it struggles, the deeper it sinks. In the end, sharp bites bring it down. The victory is shared in silence. It's more than just a meal. It's how the Eurasian wolf survives the ruthless winter and ensures that the ancient forest is not worn down by unchecked grazers. In the Romanian Carpathians, 2024 data shows around 50 wolf packs spread across more than 1,400 square kilometers, a density that reflects a stable population in a well-protected ecological setting. Across Europe, as of early 2024, the estimated total population has surpassed 20,000 individuals, up significantly from 11,000 to 17,000 between 2013 and 2018 god. Their range has expanded to over 2.2 million square kilometers thanks to rewilding efforts and policies restoring old-growth forests in Central and Eastern European nations. In the hushed conifer forests of the Carpathians, the Eurasian wolf is more than an apex predator. It is a true ecological architect. By keeping herbivore numbers in check, wolves help regenerate the forest's understory vegetation, indirectly nurturing birds, insects, and saplings. This cascading effect from their presence keeps the mountain ecosystem stable through even the harshest of winters. Unlike the pack-hunting Eurasian wolf, the red fox survives through agility and wit, a whisper of nature woven into the grand symphony of predators. Its fur is not just red, it ranges from pale yellow to silver gray and near black, offering excellent camouflage. Its bushy tail serves as a warm wrap, a balancing tool, and a means of communication. Broad fur-covered paws act like natural snowshoes, allowing for silent, graceful movement across the snowy ground. The fox can sprint at speeds of 48 to 64 kilometers per hour and leap up to 1.8 meters, a quiet athlete of the winter world. Its ultra-sharp senses are its lifeline. It can detect burrowing mice under snow from 30 meters away, using a blend of smell, sight, and sound to locate prey. When hunting, it moves in silence, then pounces, pinning its target with swift precision, sometimes even guided by Earth's magnetic field. An opportunistic omnivore, the red fox eats everything from mice, rabbits, frogs, and eggs to berries, carrion, and leftovers. When food is abundant, it caches prey beneath the snow, marking the spot with urine, reserving it for leaner days. Foxes live either alone or in small family groups. In winter, non-breeding females may help raise the kits. Breeding occurs between December and mid-March, with litters averaging 4 to 6 pups, sheltered in wind-protected dens. Kits nurse for 3 to 4 weeks, then begin learning to hunt from their parents before becoming independent by fall. Red foxes do not hibernate. They are most active from dusk to dawn. When prey is scarce, they survive on carrion, quietly playing a role in natural recycling. Their average lifespan in the wild is about 3 years, yet their ecological role is significant, controlling rodent populations, decomposing carcasses, and enriching soil. Studies show that nutrients around fox dens promote the healthy growth of white pine trees. Under the winter moonlight, the shadow of a red fox slips through falling snow, a living melody of adaptation. Never hibernating, never quitting, the red fox is the embodiment of cleverness, resilience, and intelligence amid the harsh wilds of the Carpathians. Spring brings renewal to the Carpathian montane conifer forests. As temperatures gradually rise, snow melts rapidly, and monthly rainfall reaches around 60 to 120 millimeters, providing abundant water to the entire ecosystem. High humidity combined with increasing sunlight restores photosynthesis across the forest, while spodosols and protosols become highly active, supporting biomass regeneration. This seasonal shift jumpstarts the reproductive cycle, with plants and ground-dwelling organisms bursting into synchronized growth. The forest's altitudinal layering forms stable biological islands, preserving genetic diversity and enhancing climate resilience. However, shifts in seasonal timing have also been observed, reflecting the ecosystem's sensitivity to climate change. As the last layers of ice melt away on the slopes of the Carpathian montane conifer forests, the golden eagle, the ultimate northern predator, returns to the sky. With a wingspan reaching up to 2.3 meters and a body length of 70 to 84 centimeters, its dark brown plumage tinged with gold and piercing vision, 4 to 8 times sharper than a human's, allow it to spot prey from miles away. Each dive can reach speeds of 245 kilometers per hour, swift, precise, and unrelenting. In spring, rain nourishes the alpine meadows, where marmots, ground squirrels, hares, and rabbits flourish, setting a seasonal banquet for the eagle. Occasionally, they hunt in pairs to take down young deer, foxes, or wolf pups. Larger prey is carefully cached to be consumed over time and to avoid theft by scavengers. Golden eagles nest on tall trees or cliff ledges, building structures that can span meters across and be reused for years. Each season, they lay 1 to 4 eggs, with an incubation period of 35 to 45 days. The young remain in the nest for 10 to 12 weeks. These nests are airborne strongholds, where parents alternate duties to raise the next generation. Each pair maintains a territory of up to 200 square kilometers, ever watchful and ready to repel intruders. This territorial stability supports both population structure and genetic integrity. But the Carpathian ecosystem is showing warning signs. In Bulgaria, breeding pairs have declined from 212 to just 93 by 2024. Sex ratios are increasingly imbalanced. Prey populations are dwindling, and mercury traces have been found in eagle feathers across Slovakia. The golden eagle, therefore, serves as a vital indicator of ecological health in the Carpathian forests. Beneath thin spring clouds, they do more than hunt. They help preserve nature's balance. Each wing beat over mineral-rich spodosols, each strike from above, is a reminder that life here still pulses, though increasingly fragile. In the early season light, they carry forward a story millions of years in the making, living, soaring, and safeguarding a changing wild Carpathians. The giant has awakened. As the last cold winds retreat from the slopes of the Carpathians and patches of bare earth begin to emerge between the conifer trees, a quiet shift stirs beneath the melting snow. A heavy silhouette lumbers out from a rocky den. It is the moment the brown bear marks its return after months of winter sleep. Spring brings not only light and moisture for the forest, but also a brand new cycle of survival for Europe's largest omnivore. At this point, the bear's body is reawakened by instinct. In the Carpathian Mountains, brown bears typically stand 95 to 130 centimeters at the shoulder and measure 1.7 to 2.2 meters in body length. Their massive shoulder hump becomes an essential tool for digging roots and searching for food buried in damp soil. Long claws, ranging from 5 to 10 centimeters, grip the soft ground, helping the bear dig deep or uncover carcasses hidden beneath the snow. Though not suited for climbing trees like the black bear, these claws are born for digging and constructing winter dens. By early April, as temperatures rise, bears begin emerging from their dens. Some don't come alone. Trailing behind are tiny cubs, weighing less than half a kilogram and having opened their eyes only weeks before. These cubs are born in mid-hibernation thanks to delayed implantation, a reproductive strategy where the embryo begins developing only when the mother has enough stored energy. In deep dens lined with pine needles and dry earth, mother bears give birth to 1 to 4 cubs, most commonly 2. Once awake in early spring, she leads her young through damp hillsides in search of grass, roots, and carrion, the first vital foods after months of fasting. Carpathian bears may not reach the immense size of coastal Kodiaks in North America, but they still show clear sexual dimorphism. Males typically weigh 1.2 to 2.2 times more than females. Their fur ranges from golden brown to silvery gray, reflecting diverse adaptation to their environment. Intelligence is another key strength. Studies confirm their ability to remember food locations and learn through observation passed down across generations. Cubs are thoroughly trained by their mothers, not just in how to dig for roots or locate insects, but also in recognizing danger and identifying scents from afar. In the Carpathian montane forests, spring bursts with new growth. but life is far from easy. The first bears to emerge might find a frozen deer carcass or uncover an ant nest beneath moss. As the weather warms, bears expand their foraging range, sometimes over 3,000 square kilometers, according to GPS tracking of adult males in Romania. As the ice melts, the streams roar awake from their frozen slumber. Trout and grayling swim upstream, glimmering beneath the early spring sunlight. There are no mighty salmon runs like those in Alaska, but for the Carpathian bear, this is still a golden moment. They plunge into the water, slashing across the current with sharp claws, snapping up fish just 20 to 30 centimeters long. Small but rich in protein, each catch is a step toward revival after the long, exhausting winter fast. Romania, where 1/3 of the land is covered by Carpathian montane forests, is home to an estimated 10,419 to 12,770 brown bears as of 2024 to 2025. Nearly double previous estimates, thanks to DNA sampling from scat and hair. This is the largest brown bear population in Europe outside of Russia. However, with population growth comes new challenges. Over the past year, Romania recorded more than 7,500 close encounters between bears and humans, resulting in 26 fatalities and nearly 300 injuries over the past 20 years. With large brains and long-term memory, bears have learned to avoid villages and retreat deeper into forests when conditions allow. Yet, high population density and a lack of ecological corridors make conflict nearly inevitable. In spring, the rolling hills of Transylvania, Romania, gradually awaken from their frozen slumber. With temperate weather ranging from 10 to 18 degrees Celsius, fresh air and rising humidity nourished by light rains scattered throughout the month, the region breathes new life. Under the early season sun, lush green meadows begin to stretch across the hillsides, interwoven with bursts of colorful wildflowers. Small villages with red-tiled roofs emerge like paintings amid the undulating landscape, where winding dirt roads curve like soft ribbons through a countryside coming back to life. Amid the green rolling hills of Transylvania in spring, the European bison quietly returns from the Carpathian forests. In the cool, humid climate, they spread across the hillsides, grazing on grasses, buds, young leaves, mosses, and lichens, nourishing their bodies while also helping to regenerate the landscape. A mature male can stand nearly 2 meters tall, measure over 2.5 meters in length, and weigh around 610 kilograms, with some individuals surpassing 1,000 kilograms. Their prominent shoulder hump, signature curved horns, and thick coat allow them to adapt to changing seasonal climates. Despite their massive build, they can run up to 50 kilometers per hour, leap 3 meters forward, and clear 2-meter fences from a standstill. Mixed herds are led by experienced older females, usually consisting of 8 to 13 individuals. Bison communicate with low grunts to maintain order during movement. Mature males live separately and return during the late spring mating season, when intense horn-to-horn clashes occur. Pregnant females isolate themselves to give birth to calves weighing 16 to 35 kilograms, caring for them for 5 to 6 days before rejoining the herd. Calves nurse for up to 10 months, start grazing by the 3rd month, and gradually learn how to survive in the forest. In the Carpathian Mountains, the reintroduced herd since 2014 has grown to nearly 200 individuals, nearly half born in the wild. Across Romania, more than 200 European bison now live in semi-wild or fully wild conditions. a major milestone in Eastern European conservation, contributing to a total population of over 9,100 across Europe. Their presence marks more than survival. It enhances ecosystems, creating microhabitats for insects and plants, naturally fertilizing the soil and supporting food chain recovery. A 2023 study found their activity in the Carpathians helps reduce CO2 emissions equivalent to that of 43,000 American cars each year. Amid soft spring meadows and bright conifer forests, the silhouette of the bison blends past and present, a living symbol of strength, renewal, and an irreplaceable role in the long-term sustainability of the Carpathian Mountains. Between March and May, across the rolling hills of Transylvania, herds of roe deer quietly emerge along the edges of the Carpathian montane conifer forests, signaling the return of a renewed season of survival. As one of the smallest deer species in Europe, they measure just 0.9 to 1.3 meters in length, stand 60 to 75 centimeters at the shoulder, and weigh an average of 10 to 25 kilograms. Their summer coat is reddish-brown, turning grayish-brown in winter. Females bear a white heart-shaped patch on their rump, while males have a bean-shaped one. Male antlers are short with 2 to 3 points, shed in winter and regrown by late spring. They use delayed implantation. Mating occurs in the summer of the previous year, but the embryo only attaches to the uterus in January or February, with fawns born in May or June, perfect timing for abundant food. Newborns remain hidden in tall grass for several weeks before following their mother. Their selective diet includes tender shoots, leaves, herbs, berries, mosses, and lichens. After a harsh winter, their ability to precisely locate nutritious food is key to survival. Roe deer forage throughout the day, pausing for periods of rumination and typically drink from streams or meltwater pools. They don't form large herds. In summer, they live alone or in mother-offspring groups. In winter, they gather in loose associations for added safety. During the rutting season, males mark territory using antlers and urine, and their courtship creates roe rings, circular trampled paths around shrubs or trees. They communicate through distinct vocalizations, barking alarms, fawn whines for mothers, and piping calls to attract mates. In Transylvania, roe deer density is rising, according to 2025 research, putting pressure on mixed and oak forests while also playing a key role in predator-prey dynamics with wolves and Eurasian lynx. Camera trap footage reveals all three species present in the same areas, indicating a functioning and balanced ecosystem. Nothing stands in the way of hunger or the sharp eyes of a predator. In the thick silence of mixed woodlands, where shadow and speckled light slip between layers of leaves, the Eurasian lynx is perfectly concealed by its forest-toned coat. Its fur, grey-gold with reddish-brown hues and dark spots scattered from shoulder to rump, blends seamlessly with the terrain. By late winter and early spring, the coat thickens and turns silvery, like a natural cloak guarding against the lingering chill on mossy stones and damp forest floors. A short, black-tipped tail, tall, tufted ears, and a ruffed face make the lynx easy to distinguish, even as it glides through shadow. As the last rays of sunlight linger over Transylvania, the Carpathian forest is no longer still. The silhouette of a Eurasian lynx glides across the slope, silent as wind slipping over stone. With a body stretching over 1 meter and golden eyes that pierce the dark, it moves with quiet mastery. It doesn't chase, It stalks. Sharp ears swivel with each rustle of leaves, its body pressed low to the ground, every step silent as a ghost. A head emerges from the underbrush. It's a roe deer. The gap closes in silence. Not a sound. Then, 36 kilograms of pure instinct explode like a bow released. Jaws clamp around the deer's throat, all within seconds. If it misses, the lynx vanishes back into the woods as if it never existed. But if it strikes true, the prey is dragged into shadow, covered with leaves, hidden away. Its feast will stretch over several nights. By mid-spring, breeding behavior becomes evident. A pregnant female, after a gestation of 67 to 74 days, usually gives birth to 2 tiny kittens in late April or early May. Each one weighs just a few hundred grams at birth. Their eyes open after 10 days. They begin eating meat by 6 weeks and nurse for up to 5 or 6 months. Young lynx stay with their mother until around the following March, when they're ready to survive alone in the forest. Though adaptable, lynx populations still face significant pressure. Romania, home to around 2,000 individuals, about 1/3 of Europe's total excluding Russia and Belarus, still sees their habitat fragmented by human infrastructure, logging, and loss of ecological corridors. Yet, thanks to reintroduction and recovery projects from the Carpathians to the Dinaric and Julian Alps, lynx densities in some areas have increased by 44% between 2019 and 2023. Amid the tranquil facade of the Transylvanian hills, the Eurasian lynx remains ever active. Quiet, but leaving a profound ecological imprint, from regenerating forests and stabilized roe deer populations to a rebalanced ecosystem. Spring is the lynx's most critical season. For survival, for reproduction, and for guarding the silent order of the ancient forest. In shafts of sunlight filtering through the canopy and damp soil still kissed by frost, its presence is a quiet reminder that nature is still pulsing, if we are wise enough to protect it. Have you ever seen a lynx in the wild? Share your story in the comments, or tell us which Carpathian creature you'd most like to meet. In spring, the wetlands and lakes at the edges of the Carpathian Mountains, such as Lake St. Anna in Romania and the lowland marshes at the mountain's base, begin to awaken after a long frozen winter. Melting snow from the peaks flows down, refilling shallow lakes and swamps, bringing renewed life to these vibrant ecosystems. Cool temperatures, high humidity, and a climate ranging from 5 to 15 degrees Celsius create the perfect conditions for aquatic vegetation to flourish and migratory water birds to return. As snowmelt from the Carpathian peaks fills the lakes and wetlands at the mountain's base, the Eurasian spoonbill returns, a vivid symbol of spring in Eastern Europe's wetlands. With pure white plumage, a distinctive spatula-shaped bill, and a wingspan reaching up to 135 centimeters, it sweeps the water's surface in silence. The spoonbill doesn't hunt with its eyes. It keeps its bill slightly open, swaying side to side, sensing prey through water currents. Small fish, aquatic insects, tadpoles, and soft-bodied invertebrates. In the murky waters of Lake St. Anna, the spoon-shaped bill acts like a biological radar, registering every vibration beneath the silty bottom. They live in groups of 20 to 50, feeding mostly at night to avoid disturbance, and begin nesting from late March. Males arrive first, choosing dense reed beds near the lake's edge to build nests. Constructed from dry grass, each nest holds 3 to 5 eggs, which are incubated for 21 to 25 days. Chicks leave the nest about 7 weeks later. Many birds return after migrating thousands of kilometers from North Africa, crossing the Mediterranean via the central Mediterranean flyway to reach their birthplace. Spoonbills favor shallow, muddy-bottomed waters rich in sediment, where reeds and aquatic plants thrive, not just for feeding, but for safety from predators. They move quietly, stirring neither ripples nor current, living in rhythm with the natural flow, as if composing a wordless symphony written in waves. As of 2020, Europe recorded over 29,000 mature individuals. In Romania, initiatives to restore wetland habitats, manage wastewater, and replant native vegetation have allowed spoonbills to return and nest in lakes once abandoned. Each spring morning, on the still surface of a lake reflecting the Carpathian forest, a silent white figure sweeping its bill through the water marks an important ecological indicator for the wetlands of Eastern Europe. While the Eurasian spoonbill continues to sweep its spoon-shaped bill silently across the water's surface, high above, the white stork spreads its wings and returns. Unlike its quiet wetland companion, this elegant bird arrives like a herald, building nests atop tall rooftops, bringing with it the beating sound of broad wings and the hopeful promise of springtime renewal. Standing up to 1 meter tall with a wingspan exceeding 2 meters, the white stork is easily recognized by its straight red bill, long pink legs, and slow, graceful stride through shallow waters. They search for fish, frogs, worms, and insects by instinctively sweeping their bills, not relying on sight, but on their ability to feel movement, even in muddy, murky water. From March to April, they migrate along the Central European flyway, crossing the Carpathians to nest near lakeside forests. In Romania, an estimated 5,500 to 6,000 pairs of white storks nest naturally. Males arrive first, constructing nests of straw and twigs atop tall trees or utility poles. After a ritualized courtship, the pair lays 3 to 5 eggs, which are incubated for about 21 to 25 days. Chicks are fed through regurgitation until around 7 weeks of age, when they begin to learn how to glide just above the sparkling waters of the Carpathian Spring. White storks live in flocks, sometimes numbering over 50 individuals, foraging and nesting alongside various heron species. Among them is the purple heron. Despite the name purple heron, its plumage is a blend of reddish-brown, gray, and black, perfect for concealment. Measuring up to 97 centimeters in length with a wingspan exceeding 150 centimeters, yet weighing only about 1.3 kilograms, it moves gracefully through the wetlands without stirring the water. In March, as the Carpathian snow begins to melt, the purple heron returns from Africa to Central Europe to breed. They nest deep within tall reed beds, away from predators and disturbances. Both parents share incubation duties for 24 to 28 days, raising their chicks until they leave the nest after 6 to 8 weeks. Unlike coastal herons that dive into the water, the purple heron stalks its prey before launching a lightning-fast strike with its sharp bill, taking down fish, frogs, small snakes, voles, or large insects. They typically hunt at dawn or dusk, when the water is calm and prey is less alert. In the damp and hushed world of the marsh, every step the purple heron takes becomes part of spring's silent symphony. They are more than survivors. They are signs that the Carpathian wetlands still breathe and still need protection. Summer brings warm temperatures, strong sunlight, and monthly rainfall ranging from 40 to 80 millimeters. Ideal conditions for biological growth in the Carpathian montane conifer forests. The forest becomes lush and dense, with vigorous photosynthesis driving biomass expansion and supplying abundant food across the ecosystem. Stable humidity and ample light support high activity levels across all habitat layers, from the lowland forests to Krummholz zones and alpine meadows. These elevation-based biological islands continue to play a vital role in preserving genetic diversity and maintaining ecological stability. Beneath the summer sunlight filtering through the conifer canopy, the red deer begins its vibrant journey of survival. Males stand 120 to 150 centimeters tall and weigh between 160 and 240 kilograms, with some reaching up to 500 kilograms. Their summer coat is a rich, glossy reddish-brown, which thickens and turns gray in winter. Antlers are shed at the end of winter and regrown over 5 summer months, spanning up to 1 meter and weighing around 15 kilograms, a symbol of health, age, and dominance. Agile and powerful, they navigate rugged terrain with ease, using their legs both for movement and defense. In summer, their diet includes 35.3% grasses and 27.2% herbaceous plants, making up 62.5% of the intermediate feeder intake observed in the Western Carpathians in Slovakia. This fuels growth and stores energy for the cold season. Mothers and their young live in small herds led by dominant females, while adult males tend to live solitary lives. Fawns are born in late spring or early summer, camouflaged in tall grass with their signature spotted coats. Summer is a time of movement. They migrate to alpine zones, then descend as the climate shifts, averaging journeys of about 12 kilometers while using biological islands like Krummholz and lowland forest patches. A study of 550 skeletons showed that deer from resource-rich areas develop larger carcasses and antlers prone to deformities, while those in harsher environments have smaller frames but more symmetrical antlers, reflecting differing adaptation strategies. Each summer day is a cycle of foraging, drinking, and staying hidden from the Eurasian wolf. They use soft vocalizations, body signals, and forest cover to stay connected, especially between mother and fawn. But summer marks the peak hunting season for the Eurasian wolf. Studies from 2024 show that red deer make up as much as 42% of the wolf's diet in the Carpathians, often targeting the young or the weak, isolated from their herds. Under the scorching sun of the Carpathian forest, a heavy silence blankets the trees. A pack of Eurasian wolves moves quietly toward a meadow where a lone red deer grazes. Their gray and tawny coats blend with the earth and glaring light, rendering each movement nearly invisible. Suddenly, a young wolf bursts from the underbrush, ripping the air with a sharp, threatening bark. The startled deer bolts in panic, straight into the path laid out by the main hunting party. 2 adult wolves shoot from the thickets like living arrows, steering the prey into a deadly corridor between the trees. Then, snap! A decisive bite from the alpha wolf ends the chase in seconds. In summer, with water sources replenished by 40 to 80 millimeters of monthly rainfall, they choose rock crevices, hollow trees, or fallen trunks near streams, as den sites for raising pups. Young born during this time are cared for by the entire pack. Adult wolves not only hunt, but also bring food back for the mother and her pups. They may even regurgitate partially digested meals to provide easily absorbed nutrients for the next generation. In the dense forest, their communication echoes, longer, softer howls than their North American cousins, paired with body language. Lowered heads, raised ears, subtle facial expressions. Every action carries meaning, reinforcing social structure and territorial integrity. During the breeding season, younger wolves begin their dispersal journey. They leave the pack, traversing mountain ranges for tens of kilometers to establish new territories and form independent packs. Though conflicts with humans, especially over livestock, remain, 2024 data from the European Large Carnivore Initiative shows that economic losses caused by wolves are significantly lower than those from disease and natural accidents. Compensation programs and balanced management policies in Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine are gradually reducing conflict and helping stabilize the population, now estimated at around 3,500 individuals in the Carpathians. The image of the Eurasian wolf resonates not only in biological data, but in folklore, as a symbol of strength, freedom, and vigilance. From Slavic mythology to Romanian legends, the wolf stands both as a fearsome predator and a guardian, an emblem of wisdom and faith. On summer nights, under moonlight piercing the deep forest, the wolf's howl is more than a biological signal. It's a sacred reminder of its enduring role in nature's cycle of renewal. Though classified as carnivores like the Eurasian wolf, much of the brown bear's summer diet actually comes from plants. Recent ecological surveys in the Tatra Mountains, part of the Carpathian range, reveal that during summer, berries make up as much as 56% of their scat content. By consuming vast quantities of wild fruits, brown bears become highly effective agents of natural seed dispersal. Seeds that pass through a bear's digestive system are wrapped in nutrient-rich organic matter, giving them a significantly higher germination rate than seeds dropped freely. In this way, the simple presence of bears helps sustain and regenerate multiple layers of vegetation throughout the ecosystem, from lowland forests to alpine slopes. While foraging, bears dig into anthills, flip rotting logs, explore beehives, and root through moist soil for termites. These protein-rich components can account for up to 25% of their dry season diet. Despite their massive size, often weighing several hundred kilograms, bears can sprint at speeds of up to 64 kilometers per hour over short bursts. Silent as a mountain shadow and powerful as a rushing waterfall, they move swiftly and swim with ease, crossing streams and forest lakes with little effort. Their sense of smell is extraordinary, more acute than that of a bloodhound, capable of detecting ripe fruit or a distant beehive from hundreds of meters away. Combined with hearing and vision on par with humans, the brown bear is a highly perceptive creature, alert to even the subtlest environmental shifts. On hot days, they often seek refuge in the shade of forest canopies, rest in cool rock crevices, or linger near gently flowing streams. The structure of mixed conifer forests provides ideal vertical habitats for brown bears, ranging from 600 to 1,900 meters in elevation. In summer, they move fluidly between these elevations to optimize foraging opportunities. They do not hold fixed territories. Instead, they adapt their range according to ecological conditions and human presence. Though capable of confronting threats like the Eurasian wolf or humans, Brown bears usually avoid conflict, adjusting their activity to dawn and dusk hours. When natural food is scarce, they may venture near settlements in search of agricultural byproducts, a trend that's increasing as old-growth forest space continues to shrink. Beyond being intelligent omnivores, brown bears are essential ecological links. Their presence in the Carpathian forest system not only maintains species balance, but also enriches soil, disperses seeds, controls insect populations, and shapes forest structure, generation after generation, through saplings sprouting where wild paws once tread. Brown bears don't just live in the forest, they shape it through every step, breath, and rhythm of their ecological presence. So who rules the Carpathians, the brown bear or the grey wolf? Let us know your answer in the comments. But also preserves the delicate bond between people and nature. Against the clear skies of the vast wetlands in the Pannonian Basin, the wide wings of the white stork stretch, painting a vivid portrait of life in motion. With an impressive wingspan of 6.6 feet, the white stork symbolizes both renewal and the profound connection between the region's natural and human heritage. Chigot village, nestled deep within the reserve, serves as a unique gathering place for more than 40 pairs of white storks. On the rooftops of traditional wooden houses, massive nests, built over years and sometimes across generations, stand as vibrant symbols of harmonious coexistence between humans and nature. Each nest, averaging 6.5 feet in diameter and weighing over 400 pounds, is reinforced every spring when the storks return to breed. The local community, integral to this shared story, has constructed support platforms to aid the storks, ensuring their nests remain secure and contributing to the species' continued growth and conservation. Further along, in the floodplain forests surrounding the Sava River, white stork nests are hidden among the treetops, resembling natural fortresses of resilience. Constructed from twigs, dry straw, and any other materials the storks can gather, these nests are both functional and enduring. Faithful to their nesting sites, white storks return to the same nests year after year, adding new materials each season and gradually transforming them into remarkable natural structures, true marvels of the wild. Spring is not only a season for nest building, but also a time of love and new life for the white stork. The rhythmic bill clattering of these remarkable birds echoes through the quiet air, forming a lively symphony that serves as a courtship signal. Each pair typically lays 4 to 6 eggs, which are incubated for about 33 days. Once the eggs hatch, the chicks are entirely dependent on their parents, who provide constant care and nourishment to ensure their survival. Parent storks make tireless foraging flights, returning with a diverse menu of insects, frogs, small fish, and even rodents. This diet provides essential nutrition for the chicks, ensuring rapid growth to prepare them for independence. As the young storks mature, they gradually practice flapping their wings, gaining the strength and confidence to take flight. This pivotal moment marks their readiness to leave the nest and embark on the challenging journey of survival in the wild wetlands. With a body length of up to 60 inches, and an impressive wingspan nearing 96 inches, the mute swan stands out as a symbol of grace and latent strength, a striking presence in the frozen tableau of nature. Historically, mute swans have graced Europe for millennia, revered as icons of beauty and elegance in Roman and Celtic cultures. In the Pannonian Basin, particularly in the wetlands of the Sava River, these swans have adapted to the challenges of winter, finding refuge in shallow waters that are essential for their survival. Though winter might test their endurance, the swans retain their regal poise, behind which lies a remarkable story of survival. The long, slender neck of the mute swan is not only a symbol of grace, but also a sophisticated foraging tool. It enables them to easily reach aquatic vegetation beneath icy waters, feeding on algae, water grasses, and submerged roots. When surface waters freeze, they patiently seek out uncovered patches where food remains accessible, ensuring their energy needs are met. This adaptability allows the mute swan to endure harsh winter days without the necessity of long migrations, showcasing their resilience and resourcefulness. Beyond their symbolic beauty, mute swans play a crucial ecological role in the wetlands. By controlling algae and aquatic vegetation growth, they contribute to maintaining the balance of freshwater ecosystems. The areas they inhabit often become ideal habitats for other waterfowl, creating a rich and interconnected ecological network. Winter, though harsh, heralds a season of revival for the Sava wetlands, transforming them into a vital refuge for migratory birds. Each year, over 300 bird species travel from northern Europe to Africa, stopping here to rest and refuel. The white wings of storks and the dark silhouettes of grey cranes etch stunning strokes against the winter sky, creating a living canvas of nature's artistry. In the stillness of the winter wetlands, where shimmering waters flow beneath thin layers of ice, the great white heron emerges as a living statue. Standing nearly 40 inches tall with a wingspan exceeding 5 feet, this majestic bird embodies elegance and strength, a symbol of grace amid the wild. Its pristine white plumage reflects the pale light of winter, making it a striking focal point against the subdued backdrop of the season. The great white heron has adapted seamlessly to the shallow waters of the Sava wetlands. Its long, slender yet sturdy legs carry it gracefully across riverbeds without a sound. Often, it stands motionless for hours, blending into its surroundings as it waits for the faintest ripple of movement below the surface. With a sharp, spear-like beak, it strikes into the water with lightning precision, capturing fish, crustaceans, or large insects. During the coldest days, when food becomes scarce, this versatile hunter expands its foraging range. It ventures onto land, preying on small rodents or reptiles along the riverbanks. This dietary flexibility ensures its survival through the harsh winter months, showcasing its remarkable adaptability. The great white heron is not merely a skilled predator. It plays a vital role in maintaining the ecological balance of the wetlands. By regulating fish and insect populations, it serves as an indispensable link in the food chain. Moreover, its presence is a clear indicator of water quality and the overall health of the Sava's ecosystem. Wetlands like the Sava are strictly protected, ensuring not only the survival of wildlife, but also preserving the unique beauty of these vital ecosystems. Deep within Croatia's primeval forests, where the ancient trees form a canopy like a vast natural cathedral, the call of the western Capercaillie reverberates as a proclamation of dominance. This distinctive sound cuts through the stillness, a reminder that life here is not just a battle for survival, but also a declaration of presence within an ancient ecosystem. The western Capercaillie, also known as the Eurasian Capercaillie, wood grouse, or cock of the woods, is one of the largest forest birds in Europe, with a body length ranging from 30 to 39 inches and a wingspan of up to 4 feet. It stands as a symbol of majesty and strength. The males, with their dark grey and glossy green plumage, are particularly striking, their long, fan-shaped tail unfurling like a magnificent display during mating season. Females are smaller, adorned with light brown feathers streaked with black, blending seamlessly into the forest floor to shield their nests from predators. Every year, from April to June, the primeval forest transforms into the stage for an enchanting spectacle. Male Capercaillies occupy leks, traditional mating grounds, where they puff out their chests, spread their tails, and emit their commanding calls. The sequence of clicking and wheezing sounds can carry up to 0.6 miles, drawing females while challenging rivals. This elaborate display is more than just a show of strength. It ensures the continuation of strong genetic lines, a cornerstone of natural selection. In the darkness of night, the Eurasian eagle owl awakens, silently hunting within the dense canopy of ancient forests. With a haunting call that slices through the stillness, this largest owl in Europe asserts its dominance in the food chain of the old-growth forests. The woodlands of Rysenjak National Park and Plitvice Lakes National Park serve as natural fortresses, sheltering this elusive raptor. The Eurasian eagle owl is an impressive predator, measuring 24 to 29 inches in length, with a wingspan reaching up to 6.5 feet and weighing between 6 and 10 pounds. Its mottled brown and black striped plumage allows it to blend seamlessly into the forested environment, providing perfect camouflage. Its most striking feature is its bright orange eyes, glowing like twin flames, not only a tool for sharp vision in the darkness, but also a symbol of vitality in nature's harsh wilderness. With large, soft wings that produce no sound in flight, the Eurasian eagle owl becomes a nearly invisible predator. The Eurasian eagle owl's diet is remarkably diverse. It preys on animals ranging from European hares and wood pigeons to smaller predators. This exceptional adaptability ensures its survival through harsh winters when food is scarce. Even with snow over 3 feet deep, the owl can hunt rodents and smaller mammals, enduring conditions that many other species cannot. As a top predator, the Eurasian eagle owl plays a pivotal role in regulating populations of smaller animals, preventing ecological imbalances. Its presence creates pressure on prey species, driving evolutionary adaptations and helping to sustain biodiversity within the primeval forests. If the brown bear and Eurasian wolf contend for dominance on the forest floor of the Carpathians, then in the skies above, the undisputed aerial ruler is the white-tailed eagle. Among the largest eagles in the world, the white-tailed eagle boasts an average wingspan of approximately 2.18 meters, making it the eagle with the greatest wingspan globally. Unlike the dramatic dives of an osprey, this eagle hunts by gliding low and striking with precision. Fish make up more than 60% of its summer diet. It also preys on waterbirds, especially chicks near lakeshores, using a patient, pressure-based strategy, driving prey to exhaustion amid waves of panic. White-tailed eagles breed atop old-growth trees or high cliffs, constructing nests up to 2 meters in diameter, reused and expanded year after year. Each clutch usually consists of 2 eggs, incubated for 38 to 42 days. The chicks remain in the nest for another 70 to 90 days and continue to be fed for several months before becoming fully independent. These eagles mate for life, communicating through distinctive calls and aerial courtship displays, often locking talons mid-air in spiraling descents. Around the Carpathians, over 500 breeding pairs contribute significantly to the 10,400 to 14,600 pairs estimated across Europe. Young eagles often disperse hundreds of kilometers after leaving the nest, while adults maintain fixed territories. Their opportunistic diet also includes hares, rodents, carrion from deer or lambs, and even food stolen from otters or shared with other scavengers. This flexibility allows them to remain at the top of the food chain in an ever-shifting environment. Summer in the Carpathians is a season of breeding, dispersal, and territorial establishment. Every nest, every hunt, and every wing-beat of the white-tailed eagle becomes part of the ecosystem's rhythm, transforming this apex predator into a living symbol of the balance between wilderness and sustainable recovery. However, this biological haven is facing mounting challenges. Although Romania boasts over 250,000 hectares of old-growth forest, second only to Russia in Europe, deforestation and illegal logging continue to pose a serious threat to the region's ecological integrity. In the Carpathians, more than 29,488 square kilometers have been designated as protected areas. From national parks to biosphere reserves and Ramsar wetlands, covering 24% of the total ecoregion. Yet legal protections alone cannot replace the need for awareness and tangible conservation efforts on the ground. Furthermore, Romania's brown bear population is now estimated at up to 13,000 individuals, nearly double previous estimates, but this rise has coincided with a surge in human-wildlife conflict. More than 7,500 emergency calls were reported in 2023 alone, alongside growing pressure from large-scale bear control policies. Both Slovakia and Romania have authorized extensive culling measures, sparking ongoing debate over whether these actions address the root causes of the conflict. And amid all the turbulence, the Carpathians are still healing. Nearly 180 European bison now roam the southern Carpathians, not only as a symbol of renewal, but as living tools of climate action, sequestering up to 54,000 tons of carbon dioxide each year. Alongside this, more than 27,000 hectares of old-growth forest have been protected by Foundation Conservation Carpathia, laying the groundwork for the largest primary forest national park in Europe. Technology is playing its part too, Since 2025, AI-powered camera trap networks have been monitoring brown bear, Eurasian lynx, and wolf populations, offering improved accuracy and faster conflict response. In Romania, measures like mobile electric fencing and early warning systems for communities are helping reduce human-bear encounters. All these efforts converge on a shared goal: to control logging, expand protected areas, and restore biodiversity. But Carpathian conservation needs more than organizational effort. It needs each of us. Start small. Choose sustainable products, support conservation, share what you learn. Every action brings us closer to safeguarding ancient forests, wild bison, and thriving ecosystems. Nature will always answer when we choose to protect it. And if you've ever journeyed to historic Romania to visit Carpathian castles or stayed in eco-cabins watching bears, red deer, or chamois through hidden cameras in the southern Carpathians, we invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Your voice can inspire others, fuel conservation, and help preserve these precious ecosystems for generations to come. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on more breathtaking adventures. Or keep exploring the survival stories of wildlife in other regions with Great Smoky Mountains, top predators and majestic wilderness, or wild Croatia, survival secrets of the Dinaric Alps.